Welcome back, and in this lecture we're going to talk about ESL vocabulary terms. When you take your praxis test or you're teaching ESL, EFL, you're going to come across terms that you need to understand. When you take your praxis test, they're going to give you examples of words and you have to match up question with the meaning. If Maria said, "We have many furniture in our house," what would be the following? If you know it's negative transfer where they're using their own language to explain the grammar points, then you know that it'd be the correct answer. Knowing the terms will be necessary because you understand how people learn to speak. Many times you'll see teachers saying that the students are too dumb to learn. You must understand the students haven't been educated in the English language, and you must also understand why people speak in certain ways. For example, in the Philippines, there's only two words for the negative, no, as in Hindi, and wala, as in nothing. So when Filipinos speak English, they will say we have nothing air or nothing paper. There's many terms which cause confusion amongst individuals. Code switching is when individuals use two languages in the same sentence. This is consistent with Philippine English and people who are new to English. Example: my amiga and I went to see my tia. Amiga and tia are Spanish for friend and aunt. The speaker is bouncing back and forth from Spanish to English in the same sentence. This is known as code switching. Covert prestige. This is when a person does not adopt the so-called standard dialect. This is because the individual wants to have some kind of prestige from their own community. This sometimes can be with Asian or other ethnic groups who do not want to seem to be overeducated where they would be looked down upon in their own culture. Creole is when a language begins as a pidgin. This happened in Saipan where a lot of Filipinos were hired as school teachers. Instead of English be instructed, Tagalog was infused into the language. When the children began speaking Chamorro, they began mixing in Philippine terms into the language. The critical period. This is the time with childhood to puberty where children can easily learn a foreign language or their native language. False friends. These are words that look or sound the same in two different languages, but they have different meanings. I always use the term baka, which in Japanese means stupid, but in Tagalog it means cow or beef. Because of this, you might see a student getting upset when they hear a word that was spoken, and it's not what they think was said. Because it meant something completely different. Maintenance bilingualism. This is when a school tries to have a student learn or maintain their native language. The school teaches in the native language so the student won't lose the ability to speak their mother tongue. A shadowing task. This is an experiment where subjects, or students, are asked to repeat the phrase as fast as they can. During wait time, students actually think about what they just heard or asked upon. And sometimes they have problems repeating what they were told. They really have to think about what they heard and how to answer. This is a drill to make the students speak and think faster. Well, that is all the time we have for today. I hope you will come back and I will see you again.